I still can't believe that 2023 is coming to an end next Sunday when it comes to New Year's Eve, with the New Year happening on Monday next week. And to tell you the truth, with this year being an improvement over 2022, 2024 would probably be a downgrade in comparison to this year. Because to tell you the truth, the beginning of this month I was really sick that I kept coughing and sneezing to the point that I ended up scrapping video plans that I'm gonna get to soon, along with the fact that it came to the realization that 2024 just isn't going to be my year. Like, I'm still gonna do special videos, but at the same time, with other video plans, not the same as this year's, or probably the other years. You see, I was planning on doing Valentine's Half Month 6 again, and when I mean again, I mean doing Valentine's Half Month again, but I ended up scrapping it because I got overwhelmed, and the passion into doing that schedule just isn't for me right now. It just isn't. Like, I really wanted to do Valentine's Half Month 6, but that was mainly lucky from this year's Valentine's Half Month, rather than understanding that the plans that I have for 2024 would possibly be in the way of clashing with other schedules, which results in them getting cancelled. But at the same time, I really don't have much to offer when it comes to the regular schedule routine, when it comes to 2 videos per week. Mainly a Loud House vs. Casagantes video and a Cartoon Crisis video. Now, when it comes to Loud House vs. Casagantes, this Sunday, it's possibly gonna be my last Loud House vs. Casagantes video, and even though that there may be other video ideas, I'm honestly getting bored. I'm honestly getting tired of making those videos. I really wanted to do more, but at the same time, it's really impossible to make more of them for the sake of having content on my YouTube channel. The reason why I went this route for this year is because I want to actually do something different, all the while having Cartoon Crisis happening on Wednesdays. Believe me, though, I think that doing more of them in the following year just won't work, especially since that my latest Loud House vs. Casagantes videos haven't been gaining much views. I mean, they're reaching 100 and 200s, but at the same time, not enough that I wanted. The thing is I just don't think that this double upload for per week really works out, because one of the reasons on to why I scrapped Valentine's Half Month 6 is because I did a quadruple upload of this month. Mainly Harley's on It, The Ghost of Molly McGee, and the Loud House Christmas episode that I've uploaded days ago. That really sums up a lot that I just got so overwhelmed that I wanted to get the Christmas schedule out of the way, and it got me stressed out. And doing Valentine's Half Month 6 was really not my main priority right now, so I ended up scrapping it. I'm saying this is because my January schedule is gonna be possibly the only month that is probably gonna have a double upload, with multiple uploads on Fridays and sometimes in the weekends, because I might be reviewing Craig before the Creek film. The fact is that I did the January schedule while I was trying to do something a lot more different than doing the same old thing of this year's schedule. I'm not going to be uploading the Loud House vs. Casagantes projects on Sundays in January, because I'm going to be reviewing Cartoon Network episodes from Cartoon Network shows, because I actually scrapped those ideas before, and it really feels accurate to actually revive them in order to talk about them. And the fact that the Cartoon Crisis videos that I have in store, they're mostly low. I mean, and what I mean low is that they're mostly requests from other people Well, one of them actually. And to tell you the truth, I'm having a difficult time continuing Cartoon Crisis 3. Now, I am going to continue Cartoon Crisis 3, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to have a day of its own similar to this year's, because I was trying to search everywhere to find worst episodes of bad episodes of cartoons, and it wasn't really helping out in the slightest. If you honestly think that doing it again will probably work out, it would probably put me in a lot more stress. Like, the biggest reasonings of me doing Cartoon Crisis 3 on Wednesdays instead of just having them all in 1 month is because I was becoming a lot more overwhelmed. And to tell you the truth, it was honestly the better alternative to have Cartoon Crisis happen on Wednesdays. And that is saying something that it was on hiatus during Summerpalooza 4, Halloween Mania, and of course the Christmas schedule of this month that has already been finished. And which brings me another point. When I was doing the Christmas videos, I was really stressed out. Like, incredibly stressed out to find Christmas episodes or material to review for this month. And after doing last year's Christmas schedule, it wasn't really working out. And to tell you the truth, I was really stressed out on just making the same schedule over and over again, just with different episodes that I didn't tackle before. And that's saying something because I scrapped Christmas episodes of last year, and I did the same thing this year, with only one being the Rugrats review. And to tell you the truth, I still like Christmas, but at the same time, it comes to a point where I really need to tone it down for realsies. Like, the quadruple uploads over the last few weeks was what really drained me, that made me so stressed that I really felt like that doing this Christmas schedule wasn't really in me anymore. Believe me, the Lonely Vibes video that I've uploaded earlier this month really shows. So I've come to the conclusion that maybe in February up until June, before Summerpalooza, which I'm going to get to, and October to December, it's possibly going to be one upload, and just one upload on a Wednesday, because I don't want to go through the stress into doing a double upload, because it was working, but at the same time, that gimmick just won't be able to work out due to the major plans that I have for 2024. And the only thing that will work is that if Wednesdays will just only have regular reviews, sometimes Loud House vs. Casagrandes, but at the same time, I'm mostly giving up on that, possibly, and Cartoon Crisis. When it comes to Lonely Vibes and fanfic readings, it could still happen on Fridays. But at the same time, that's just depending on what's going on in order to make my schedule at least accurate and not really out of control. I'm being really real with you that I've been thinking of doing a double upload again, all the while doing Valentine's Half Month 6, but it's not really working. Like, I've been thinking of skipping Valentine's Day so that way I don't have to worry about making a video centering around Valentine's Day, but after thinking about it, there's a chance I might upload at least one video for Valentine's Day. It may not be Valentine's Half Month, but at the same time, I really went through a lot of sacrifices. Like, I was planning on doing a Loud House Valentine's Day fanfic, but unfortunately, I really got boned out into doing it, and I wasn't really interested into doing it. Basically, there's possibly a chance that I'm only going to be doing a one video per week after January. But at the same time, it's a high possibility that I could go to do double uploads, but at the same time, I don't know. When it comes to Summerpalooza 5, I think you pretty much knew what I'm going to be talking about after I've been holding it off for months now. I made my decision that I'm going to be doing a Steven Universe marathon. To tell you the truth, I was reconsidering on doing Steven Universe videos next year, but at the same time, I know I'm not going to be able to make it. And judging of how that Summerpalooza 4 just wasn't really what it was when it comes to canceling it in 2022 and then returning it in 2023, but it's literally the best of what I can offer. I really need to make this change because, in case if you are mostly curious, I had a difficult time making the videos regularly, mainly the double uploads of Cartoon Crisis and Loud House vs. Casagrandes. It was draining me, and the videos of January took a while for me to make because it was that weak for me I was that less interested into making them. But when I was doing the Steven Universe videos, you wouldn't believe it, but I actually done 45 videos. And you want to know the reviews that I'm going to be doing involving Steven Universe? 125. No, I'm not making this up. I may have gone quantity again, but at the same time, it's been years since I wanted to do a Steven Universe marathon where I had to scrap it in favor of other things. And to tell you the truth, this is a long time coming, and this is honestly the biggest goal that I have for 2024, which is a New Year's revolution of what I want to do on my channel. And to tell you the truth, I really felt like that this marathon is literally what I've been thinking of for the following year. While this year, it's still an improvement over 2022, but at the same time, you have to make changes in the following years. Now, I just want to point out that I'm not going to be reviewing all the episodes of Steven Universe. I'm going to be skipping out, and even though that I've already talked about the episodes before that, people may get confused. If you can still watch them, because even if some of my opinions have changed, some of them are still there, mainly the Steven and Connie episodes. And when it comes to me skipping the episodes, I mostly skip them because they're really not that important. I just don't want to stress myself into doing the Steven Universe, doing every single Steven Universe episode after binge watching the show a second time. And by the time of this recording, I'm in season 3, and considering that in my future vision review that I've been thinking about doing the Steven Universe marathon, I actually made up my mind in September, which was weeks after Summerpalooza 4 came to an end. And to tell you the truth, I just didn't want to be patient. I just didn't want it to be any more patient, because to tell you the truth, I know for what I'm not going to be able to do all of them once I head into the new year, and I will probably get a lot more overwhelmed that if I do them way ahead, I would be able to be ahead of the game. And if I'm not going to be able to complete them in time, then I don't think that Summerpalooza 5 would ever even happen. But I can guarantee you that when it comes to 2025, I don't think I'm going to be doing a Summerpalooza 6. Because that's just how much I've been drained on doing the same thing again and again. And I need to do something different, to the point that it would probably have my channel be a lot more active. Because my last Steven Universe reviews ended up getting 100 views. And it's really saying something that when it comes to doing this marathon, I might be able to get some kind of attention when it comes to these types of reviews. Because since that there are not a lot of days in the season of summer, which is less than 125, I decided to do a double upload after reviewing the first episode, and it's only going to take a month until the double upload ends. I'm going to be uploading 2 episode reviews of Steven Universe at the end of June and the majority of July, and it will only be a single upload by the end of July. And to tell you the truth, I really felt like that this is honestly gonna be something I'm really looking forward to. And since that it's been 3 months since I've been making these videos, I'm really looking forward to what I'm gonna be showcasing during the summer, because I'm actually looking forward on uploading these videos during the summer in comparison to the summer that I had this year. Another thing that I like to mention is that the Change Your Mind versus the Futures finale, which was 4 parts, 4 episodes into one, it was the most outdated video that I've ever did. Mainly the fact that I was really thinking too ahead to the point that I couldn't be able to come to a conclusion on what finale I preferred to, and I'm mostly defending Future's finale, and that was around the time where the divided fanbase of Steven Universe was still happening even after the show came to an end. Which, for me personally, I've come to the conclusion that I've decided to do a revisit of Change Your Mind and reviewing the final 4 episodes of Steven Universe Future, just to have a different perspective and trying to be a lot more clearer on what I think. I'm aware that the Steven Universe videos are also the reasonings on me scrapping video ideas, but the thing is, if I wasn't planning on doing a Steven Universe marathon before summer came around, because my goal on doing the double upload is to actually do some videos for my February towards June schedules. That way I can actually look into other stuff that I haven't gotten to, and mostly giving my own perspective on the whole thing. But as time went by, it's not going to work, because when I got sick earlier this month, I got more stress, and I was really getting so irritated to the point that I really needed to make some sacrifices. It's literally the best that if I make those sacrifices and a chance of doing a single or a double upload per week in February towards June. And when it comes after Summerpalooza 5 Steven Universe Marathon, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like, I will probably cool down in making the final months of 2024 more calmer and not overwork myself, but at this point I really reached my limit of trying to do the same thing again while trying to tackle some episodes that I didn't get the chance to do. And the Loud House vs. Casagrande things just isn't really my thing for 2024. And when it comes to doing a sequel of the broken character development of Lincoln Loud, it's still the low on my list, because I'm not really into watching the episodes of The Loud House. It's really becoming difficult, and to tell you the truth, when I was watching the Loud House Christmas episode that I've uploaded days ago, I was really having a difficult time making the review of it, just like the other Christmas reviews. And to tell you the truth, the goal I had with this year involving uploading a Loud House video for every Sunday, except during Valentine's Half Month 5 where I uploaded the Loud House videos on Tuesdays, it's honestly the Loud House honestly got what it got in when it comes to the attention. Granted, I am gonna make a few Loud House videos since I have already made one, and I'm planning on making a few or a couple, but at the same time, I just don't want to go through the stress into making those videos. Believe me, there could be a chance that I might make 1 or 2, but at the same time, I'd rather just cool myself down to make the best out of what I have for 2024. 2024 may not be my year, unlike the other years that I had, especially since that this year is better, but at the same time, I really don't need to make every single year a success, because doing Halloween Mania was something new that actually got me invested into doing more Halloween videos. And if I'm not invested into doing anything of what I'm gonna be doing for the schedules of February towards June, then the passion just isn't there. Granted, I'm not gonna stop, but at the same time, my passion towards 2024 is definitely gonna be the Steven Universe Marathon. I just really hope that towards the end of next year, 2025 will probably make things a lot more simpler. But at the same time, who knows? When it comes to this Friday and Sunday, like I said, Sunday is going to be the final Loud House vs. Casagantes project. All the while that this Friday, I'm going to be uploading the Steven Universe of the Creek chapter. And when it comes to the following year, I'm going to be having a new intro of outro of not only my current, of not only of the reviews that I've made, but also for Cartoon Crisis 3 as well. Granted, it's mostly a waste that I'm going to be using those intros for view videos, but at the same time, I'm probably going to keep those intros and outros into 2025 because I really don't want to make another intro and outro over the one that I'm gonna be uploading and publishing in the following year, which is in January. I'm just saying that I rather put less stress on me so that way I can make 2020 for a year that I can still enjoy, and yet at the same time trying to make it a more calmer and more less stressful year for me. Even though that Steven Universe is going to be where the stress is going to come into play, but at the same time, it's literally the only thing that can keep me occupied. Even though that there are other projects like the Loud House fanfic centering around Luna and Lana, keep in mind, I really need to cool myself down. All I can say is that this year was a really fun ride. I did some experimenting on my schedules, which actually worked. And I can guarantee you that if I would really try to do something like this again, it would probably going to be in 2025. But at the same time, we're going to have to wait an entire year for that to happen after next year's Christmas. All I can say is that if you guys are mostly disappointed, keep in mind this was bound to happen. And I really, really wanted a lot to come out for the following year, but at the same time, sacrifices are not avoidable at this point. I'll see you guys on Friday and Sunday, and have yourself a happy new year.